Dear viewers, greetings. In this video, we are going to see the different types of X-ray spectroscopy. The X-ray spectroscopy is a technique used to determine the elemental composition, chemical state, and electronic structure of materials by measuring the interaction of X-rays with matter. There are 5 types of X-ray spectroscopy. They are X-ray fluorescence spectroscopy or XRF spectroscopy, X-ray absorption spectroscopy or HAS, X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy or XPS, energy dispersive X-ray spectroscopy or EDX or EDS, and finally X-ray diffraction spectroscopy or XRD spectroscopy. The first type of X-ray spectroscopy is X-ray fluorescence spectroscopy or XRF spectroscopy. The principle of XRF spectroscopy is based on the emission of characteristic secondary X-rays from a material that has been excited by high energy X-rays or gamma rays. When the inner shell electrons are ejected, outer shell electrons fall into the vacancy and emitting X-ray photons with energies which are specific to the element. The applications are elemental analysis of solid, liquid and powders, geological and mineral exploration, quality control in metal and cement industries, and finally archaeology and art conservation to identify materials without damage. The second type of X-ray spectroscopy is X-ray absorption spectroscopy. In short form, it is called as SAS. The X-ray absorption spectroscopy measures the absorption of X-rays as their energy increases and excites core level electrons to unoccupied states. The absorption pattern depends on the electronic structure around the absorbing atom and providing insights into local atomic arrangements and oscillation stress. Applications of X-ray absorption spectroscopy. Its application includes determining the local structure of materials such as the coordination number, bond lengths, etc., analyzing chemical states in catalysts and other materials, environmental science to study heavy metal contamination, and in biological system for studying metalloproteins and enzymes. The third type of X-ray spectroscopy is X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy. The X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy involves the emission of photoelectrons from a sample when irradiated with X-rays. By measuring the kinetic energy of these photoelectrons, the binding energies of core electrons can be determined, which provides elemental composition and chemical state information. Applications of X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy. The application of XPS includes surface chemistry analysis in material science, investigating chemical bonding and electronic states, surface contamination studies in semiconductors and thin films, and analysis of battery materials and corrosion layers. The fourth type of X-ray spectroscopy is energy dispersive X-ray spectroscopy. In short form, it is called as EDX or EDS. The energy dispersive X-ray spectroscopy is often coupled with electron microscopes and works by detecting characteristic X-rays which are emitted from samples when it is bombarded with an electron beam. The energy of the emitted X-rays corresponds to the atomic number of the elements in the sample. The applications of EDX or EDS includes elemental composition analysis in scanning electron microscopy and transmission electron microscopy, failure analysis in electronics and materials, mineral identification in geology and earth science, and determining the elemental makeups in forensics. The fifth type of X-ray spectroscopy is X-ray diffraction spectroscopy. Familiarly, in short form, it is called as XRD spectroscopy. The X-ray diffraction spectroscopy or XRD spectroscopy uses the diffraction of X-rays by the crystal lattices of materials. By measuring the angles and intensities of the diffracted beam, it provides information on the crystal structure, phase identification, and atomic arrangement in a material. Regarding the applications of HRD spectroscopy or X-ray diffraction spectroscopy, it is very helpful in determining the crystal structure of materials in chemistry and physics, identifying phases in metals, minerals, and ceramics, quality control in pharmaceuticals, particularly polymorph identification, and the study of thin films and nanomaterials. Dear viewers, that's all about the various types of X-ray spectroscopy. Thank you for your support. Thank you.